Wow, that's the podcast.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Magic Podcast. Today I'm joined by Gabby,
So,
Isa,
Hello.
James,
I eat marshmallows.
Marco, and Mike.
I hate marshmallows.
And I'm Chris, and we're going to be talking today.
about what?
Wait,
we don't know.
we didn't even talk about it for the Magic Podcast or nothing.
What?
Are we the Magic Podcast?
Yes,
I
we're
said
the
welcome back
Magic
to the Magic
He
Podcast.
literally said
I
that.
I said
in the
welcome back
beginning.
to the Magic Podcast.
Oops, I guess I wasn't paying attention.
Oh,
James just didn't hear it.
James just wanted to say something.
Yeah.
Anyway, today we're going to be talking about Stranger Things, Spider-Man Homecoming, and if we have time, ghost stories.
Okay,
Woo!
let's go into
Excitement, much
Stranger
excitement
Things.
coming out.
Stranger
Alright, Gabby, take it
Things,
away.
Season 3.
All right. So the big topic of Stranger Things is that ending.
That was gay.
with
Wait,
the
hold on.
American- Oh,
Spoiler alert if you haven't watched any of these.
Spoiler.
Alright, you're good to go.
the big topic of question that we can all agree everyone's talking about is who's the American. And
Oh, I thought it was if Will is gay or not.
well,
Okay.
Well, have you seen the shorts on those hits?
I thought you were.
His was shorter than all of the other kids.
I don't know. Mike's shorts were the
I'm not
most
gonna lie.
distracting thing all season.
I would wear those shorts. Like right now.
Not his hair.
Today's-
I don't think his hair was the most distracting thing ever.
No, but that's
Yeah.
like, look, if I grew up watching Ned's Declassified. I'm used to seeing that.
coconut head looking.
Coconut head looking over there is like
No,
whatever, dude.
that wig was terrible.
I don't know why,
Yeah, no,
but
that was pretty bad.
this has nothing to do with Stranger Things. But has anyone seen the commercial for the new season of American Horror Story? Has anyone
Yes.
seen that?
No, but I've seen like it's about like the '80s camp.
Yeah,
Camp
those,
style
in the
thing.
80s.
those
What?
shorts
Really?
were short. Yeah, it's really weird. I mean, it's not like a scary commercial like they usually go for. It's like it's just a bunch of
Yeah,
people.
I don't know what they're doing.
Me neither.
No, it just felt like a retro kind of commercial.
Yeah, it felt weird, but like
They're piggybacking off. So
It didn't feel like an American Horror Story commercial.
okay. Anyway, segue back into Stranger Things.
So Will's gay.
Ah,
Oh my
well,
god.
That's the topic, right?
you know, it's up in the air.
That's the question.
I'm thinking he's asexual.
Mm-hmm. He's
I think
just
it's too
sexually
early. I
attracted
think it's
to
too
women.
early to assign this. Like he's still a kid in his own eyes.
No, I think the Demogorgon, or like he's attracted to those in the underworld. Or
What?
the
Upside
I mean
down.
the upside down.
The upside
Yeah,
down.
upside
kids. Are
down.
you even a fan, dude?
No, I'm not a fan.
Underworld.
James.
I actually
watched
skipped
the show.
Stranger Things too.
That's okay. We all did.
James is like, who's Billy?
Who's
Yeah, wasn't Billy racist? He wasn't even racist this season. So
Yeah,
I feel
because
like-
his sister almost hit him in the nuts with the nail bat.
I feel like more people reacted to Billy's death than Hopper's death. In my
What?
personal
That's 'cause we-
opinion.
No, that's
No.
because you see Billy's death on screen. Hopper's
Yeah.
death, it's kind of like if you watch the show, you're kind of like, Hopper's not dead. Like
Yeah.
any person you talk to about the show, the first thing that they say about the season is, "Oh, Hopper's not dead."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but that is what is expected. Everyone's gonna
No.
expect him to still be alive to be the American, but I don't think so. I think he's gone. Why would they make it such an emotional ending if he's just gonna come back? Like-
Why would they? Then why would they not show his death?
Yeah, like you would see
They didn't show
him,
his
you would have seen him disintegrate.
Mm-hmm.
Like you would have actually, or like you would have seen his body or whatever.
But that
Like
was
for them to just cut away from like from
Yeah,
his
that's not their
final
style.
moments, that's not something they would do. Like you see Billy's death, you see Alexis'
Bob's
death,
death.
you see
Bob's death.
okay, but this is like Hopper. He's like a huge part of every single season. He's been a huge part
So you're saying his death
Exactly.
should
So why
be
would they
not
kill him
shown?
off?
because
And if they did kill him off, why would they not show his death?
they need to change something up. Number one, number two. There's no reason for Joyce to even be in Hawkins anymore. They just gave her another reason to leave. Hopper's not there anymore.
I mean, they could have gave Joyce the detective job in that place
Yeah, but why
instead
would
of like
she?
making her
She
move.
only
I thought
wanted
that's
that
what
'cause
they're
of
gonna
Hopper.
do, honestly.
I feel like the only reason she would have actually done that is if Hopper was
Yeah, if Hopper was still there.
still there. You know, that Hopper was like the last little bit of connection she had to the town. Like,
Well,
he wasn't gonna stay.
he was a
Go ahead.
scapegoat. Like he in everything he had like the whole thing with the senator or whoever that was. Was he the governor
The mayor.
or the mayor, whatever?
The mayor.
He was Wesley from Princess Bride.
Okay.
And Robin Hood.
Okay, Marco.
He had all the connections essentially. Like he was allowed to do all those things because he was a cop. He was a chief of police in their town. So now that he's gone, they're like
Wait, what?
they got nothing. At least in
I
the
don't-
town.
Gabby, I don't follow.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
you said he was You said he was a scapegoat at first.
Yeah, like he's the reason
went
why
to,
they
like-
could do everything
Who could do
lawfully.
everything?
Like kidnap the mayor. It's not like they can call anyone else but the chief of police of the town. Which
I don't think.
I mean, all the things that they did was illegal, even though he
Yeah,
was
I'm
the
pretty
chief of
sure he
police.
can't. I'm pretty sure the chief of police can't go in there and start beating up the mayor. And then
So
kidnap
anybody
the
could have
mayor.
yeah,
guys, it's
but he's the
we
chief
weren't
of
around.
police.
You don't-
He has the
Yeah,
the
being the chief
sanction.
of police just let him get in there. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he was.
I mean,
but I
the
mean,
only
everyone who
reason-
was.
The only reason he treated the governor like that in the first place is because he was going to blackmail him.
Yeah,
Like, he had
because there was something
information
weird
on-
going on, and he wanted to know who that guy was, and he was obviously not telling the truth.
He obviously didn't care about any of the people in his town.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
that's why he spent a lot of time at the market with Joyce.
Or like how they went to find Alexi. It's not like anybody could just go in there and like go back to the hospital or wherever that was and
R.I.P. Alexi.
look for
R.I.P. Alexi.
the so-called connection or the magnetic field that was
A lot of security there. Right?
no there
What?
was
If all that shit happened there would be like some hella tight security. Like,
No, they just boarded it up.
Yeah. It
And-
wasn't-
Yeah, it was hidden. It was hidden so like if anybody ever got into the house of that, because it was on a farm, and if anyone ever got into the house, they wouldn't really like notice anything unless they were looking.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
I was
feel
talking
like
about the factory thing. Where didn't they go back to the place where it was all made?
That was in Russia.
no
You're talking about the old
hot-
lab.
the
the
old
lab.
lab.
Yes.
I thought it was a
Yeah.
hospital.
No,
Oh,
I think they abandoned that, and they were
The
like,
lab was
"We're gonna
abandoned,
convert
yeah.
them all."
Because it wasn't the government doing the experiments anymore. This was the
I mean,
Russians.
where'd they go in the first place? Like,
The first place was the
first-
lab.
the
You're
first
right.
place- Still was a lab.
But then after that,
Oh, okay.
it was a farm.
Farm. I'm trying to remember.
there'll
a
be more
farm.
people in that lab. Like,
No, the lab was abandoned,
Yeah.
and then they went to the mayor to try and figure out who the guy that beat up Hopper was, which was the Russian guy.
The thing is, like,
And then
that whole thing was secret. Like, nobody was supposed to know about the tests they were doing on Will. So, if there was somebody in that town who had a higher, like, law authority, I feel like they would have gotten caught. No. Or
I mean, I
So
feel
what
like
would it be?
the testing that they did with Will was kind of more of a. It was kind of more like a follow up, like research on how Will's connection to the Upside Down still affected him. It wasn't really something that was illegal. It was just like them trying to keep it like secret.
exactly, but it's still like.
It didn't require law enforcement.
No, it didn't, but it's just easier with somebody who can enforce the law to be there and make sure that nobody comes in like and interferes. I don't know. I just feel like
Well, I mean-
Hopper was in the middle of all the important things in all the show. Like he's the guy who made everything happen. So he's a very important character of the show.
The thing is, Hopper also made that deal with the doctor from season 2 that Hopper would like keep everything hush hush as long as the doctors kept everything clean in Hawkins.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he's like a very central character.
So like it makes sense why he would come back, but at the same time, why would they kill him off just for him to come back? Like
Well, the whole time Hopper is like starting in season 1, Hopper is kind of like our view into what's really going. Like he's going through the investigations and he's like piecing it together piece by piece. The same amount that is everything that he finds out, we find out as well. So we're viewing all of these events pretty much through like his eyes.
Yeah.
So like, from going, season to season. Season 3 was where we had, these 3 separate parties doing their own investigations, and then it all just leads back to like the one central, episode, like the last episode where all of them meet together in this one giant fight.
Well, season 1 it was mostly like Joyce and figuring out what happened to her son.
Yeah, but I mean, Hopper is there investigating. He's looking for the kid. Then they find his fake body, and he figures out that it's fake and all of that, and then he finds the lab and stuff like that. So you see, like, you're progressing through the story with Hopper. He is one of the central characters.
Exactly. So I feel like he's done.
I mean,
in my opinion, I feel like he's done.
It would be like a heroic goodbye to Hopper, but I just don't think he's dead. Like I don't.
Nah.
The way that they did it is not, that's not how you would send off such a central character. Like you would show his death. Is what I'm saying.
I don't think so.
Like they left it so open. Like they left it, he could have it was very obvious that he could have easily just jumped into the Upside Down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the way that they had everything set up during that last scene.
I mean, everyone thought that Barb was still alive, but
but we saw her death.
No, but in the
second
season,
we saw her get
confirmed
dragged into the Upside Down. Like
no, I thought there was like a scene where you see her like
her
tied to a wall.
In episode 3, yeah. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, James. That like kinky shit.
She was like cocooned on a wall, or
she wasn't cocooned. 11 saw her in the dark place, whatever, when she's in the bathtub, and she was looking for Will, but she saw Barb, and she saw Barb like on the floor as a dead body with like a worm coming out of her mouth.
Okay, but wasn't that in season 2?
No, that was season 1.
Barb was only in season 1.
I feel like they had in the beginning of season 2 they talked more about Barb. Like
they talk because Nancy goes and talks to her parents.
Yeah, Nancy and Steve go to Barb's parents to have dinner.
Steve.
And they're like, oh yeah, it was super weird. And they're like, oh, we're gonna sell the house because this guy's gonna help us find Barb. Like, what the hell's wrong with you?
And what about
Bob?
Bob?
They're gonna spend all their money looking for what happened to Barb, and it's like, okay.
They just killed Bob off too, and he was like really important to that season. And then at the end, he just died.
It's
I don't think he was that important.
What do you mean?
He was kind of important. If it wasn't for him, they would be dead.
Okay. If we're talking about a central character like Hopper compared to Bob,
no, but like, why are you gonna introduce a likable character and then have him die at the end of the season?
I mean, he was very new too, so you could afford it.
Yeah.
Why would they? I don't know. There's not enough episodes in each season to introduce a new character and then kill them off. Like it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. But I feel like Hopper is done. Like the 2 most important characters, like that can feel the presence of the Mind Flayer are gone. Like they moved out of Hawkins. So I feel like I have no idea what's gonna happen for the next season, but I feel like Hopper's done. Like he's gone. There's no if he comes back, I'm gonna be shook. Like there's in my mind, he's done. There's something else that we just don't know about.
I feel like the theory of Hopper still being alive makes a lot of logical sense, because there's also another theory I have on top of why I think Hopper's still alive. So in season 1, we see 11 and the Demogorgon. They're like, she's killing the Demogorgon that we see, but they both kind of disappear in this kind of dust. We never really see 11 kill the Demogorgon. And obviously in season 2, we see that she's back, and she's back because she just landed in the Upside Down. But we just like we see that she's fine. She's just a little beat up, but we never actually see the Demogorgon.
I think that Demogorgon is the same one we see at the end of season 3.
Exact. That's what I was just about to say. I think the Demogorgon is the same exact Demogorgon from season 1, because Russia was never able to open the Upside Down. So how the hell did they have a Demogorgon?
I think it's because once they closed the gate, like in Hawkins, it kind of like it sent like when Hopper jumped, like what I think would happen is Hopper jumped into the Upside Down, right? And then when the machine exploded, it kind of like, you know, opened up a bunch of other portals.
Mhm.
So I think we're gonna be seeing like, you know, like attacks and other like for season 4. I feel like we're gonna be seeing like attacks in other locations, like where these
Besides
portals
Hawkins.
are.
Like a
And
global kind of thing.
it's gonna introduce like the other, you know, people with powers. Like, you know, 11
Mhm.
has her sister who was number 8. I think there's
Mhm.
gonna be more of them, and we're gonna see some of those.
Yeah.
And I think
so
that's how Hopper ended up in Russia. Like he went in through the portal through Hawkins, and then came
Yeah.
out in Russia.
Yeah, just like the Demogorgon. I feel like when 11 did that to the Demogorgon, she opened up more than just the portal in Hawkins, and that's how the Demogorgon landed in Russia in the first place. Because in Russia, we see they're trying to open a crack. So, but how did that crack get there?
How do they know
Like,
about that crack?
How do they
Like
know
something
about
had
it?
to have come out of
You know,
that crack. Like,
something had to have opened it before. So, I feel like that's the same Demogorgon from season 1, and that's why I think Hopper is the American.
I will not confirm or deny. I am waiting for them to just make the 4th season. Cause
How will he get back to America though? Like,
yeah, what is he gonna do in Russia?
I mean, if they really did open up multiple portals, he could just jump through the portal through Hawkins.
That's not how it works. That's not how it works. It's the same. He's in Russia, guys. It's not like he's time traveling. It's the same place but upside down. There's no
It's
way
kinda like-
he can get to Russia from where he's going.
Hold on, it's kind of like the Nether.
No,
'Cause,
it's
like,
not.
Oh my gosh, no.
In Minecraft.
no, Marco's
Next
bringing up
question.
Minecraft.
Oh.
Marco,
Is
Marco's
eight
bringing up
blocks.
Minecraft.
Marco, stop.
This is not a Minecraft podcast.
No,
I don't know.
you walk a little bit.
Marco,
in
can you please not make your
an
point, dude?
upside down dimension, and then you land somewhere else, kind of far away. Somewhere else. So I feel
literally-
like Hopper didn't have to walk that far away.
We already have the explanation of how the upside down works. It's the same place. It's just a different dimension of exactly where they are. So if he jumped into that thing, it's not like it's gonna travel him to Russia. He's gonna stay there if he even jumped into the upside down.
Unless he jumped into the upside down, the Russians met him there, took him to Russia, and then went back outside of the upside down,
That makes more
back
sense.
into Russia.
But even then, it's like in America.
We don't know the rules of the upside down. Like,
Yes, we do. It's literally just a different
It's all-
dimension. They explained that in the first season.
it's Papa. That's the American.
That makes
Yeah.
more sense to me.
People think that too, but like I think he's not in. Like when in season 2, when 11 and her sister went to go threaten that guy that used to work for Brenner, that he was like, "Oh, I'll take you to Brenner," blah blah blah, whatever. And then she was like, "Papa's dead," and then he's like, "No, he's alive. He told me not to tell anybody. He trusts me, whatever." So I feel like he's more in a safe place. I think he's still alive. But I think he's in more of a safe place.
I
not
think
all the way
he's
back.
with
That's
the
pretty
Russians.
safe.
I think
That's
he's with
pretty
the
safe in
Russians.
there.
Huh?
No, he's not safe. He's gonna get fed to the
I
Demigorgon.
feel like the,
No, I
the
think he's
I
safe.
feel like the Demogorgon is the one that dragged him, the one that tried to kill him. Die
Well,
either.
How did he die again? I'm trying to remember.
He
again.
died by
Oh, that-
Demogorgon. He quote unquote died by the Demogorgon, but just because the Demogorgon attacked him, it doesn't mean that he's dead. Look at the doctor from season 2. One of the
Dang.
Demodogs. One of the Demodogs attacked him, and the doctor's still alive. Like just because you get attacked by one, we didn't actually see his dead body either. We just saw him get attacked.
We don't even.
I think it's Papa in there.
Papa.
That's what
Papa.
11 calls
Brenner?
her.
Dr. Brenner.
Papa.
Papa.
I want to see Hopper 1v1 the Demogorgon. Just because I think they would try to make Hopper win, and I think that would be entertaining.
What if they brought back Hopper the next season, but they kill him off the first episode?
That would suck.
Yeah. hmm
He is the American. They drag him out, and then he just gets his head like ripped off.
That'd be ass.
That would be ass. I would stop watching.
I saw a
All right.
theory that they were like, "Oh, Hopper's gonna have powers just like 11."
Oh my gosh.
Well,
no.
11 has no powers now, so.
Yeah, that's
She
true.
transferred
Oh,
them to
11
Hopper.
has no powers now. They transferred the Hopper. Yes.
That
Hopper
makes
is the
no
new
sense. I don't know.
I want to know more about her mom.
That's
that was
true.
the most interesting.
Isn't her mom
I felt like her
No,
mom
still
got a
alive,
good
right?
backstory.
Her mom is still alive. She's just a vegetable. Like she can't use her brain for
Oh my
anything.
God.
Like her
Well,
brain
did they
has been
ever-
fried.
Did they ever like translate the code that she was saying?
Yes.
'Cause I
Yeah,
forgot.
like it was like
Bro.
doors.
It was
and
what
stuff like
it
that.
was how they like the moments in which she before she got like her memory erased, and they erased her memory so bad that like those are the only things she remembers.
Wait, hold on.
That's what I'm saying. We all need to watch Stranger Things 2 again, because
I already did.
I did. I remember that.
I literally rewatched all Stranger Things before season 3 started.
Yeah,
Just
me
to get
too.
memory back.
Yeah.
I
Her
thought she had
mom,
a solid backstory.
Yeah, I liked her backstory too.
I like how 11 has empathy powers. She can feel what Billy was like. She can see what Billy was feeling.
Yeah.
All her.
oh, she's
the
like
bad-
Mantis.
The memories. Yeah, she's like Mantis.
hmm
He mourns.
And like Professor X too.
He went into He went into Billy's. She went into Billy's mind palace.
hmm So how do we think Stranger Things season 4 is gonna start?
Elle being a normal girl until the upside down starts,
It's gonna be
Breaking.
in the 90s.
It's probably gonna start with some more obscure stuff happening in Russia, because they always have an obscure like opening each season.
But not in Russia.
I think Russia's just gonna blow up. That's just how it starts. Season. It's just like a news
I
alert.
don't know why they brought the Russians in.
I thought that was
I
so
don't know why-
weird. I was
I
like,
think
They added Russians.
I think they were just like because at the time people were really skeptical of like
Oh, the Russians. The
other
Cold War.
powers.
It is dealing with the times too, like with the mall and Russia.
Yeah.
But it's like what if all the suspicions were actually true? And
I think. Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say that like I feel like the Russians aren't the only people that are probably up to this. I feel like
that's what
they-
I'm saying, dude. It's gonna be happening around the world.
Mm-hmm.
can't wait for the
Who
Chinese
else
to
is gonna
start
do it?
coming in.
It's gonna be the Japs.
The Jap.
I think season 4 is gonna start with Joyce and Will and 11 all coming back to Hawken for Christmas vacation. And then some crazy ass shit's gonna happen during Christmas time, and then they're gonna have to be forced to stay there.
They do stick with like a seasonal theme.
I think they should go Thanksgiving instead, just to hit all the holidays.
It should be like they should be there from Thanksgiving to Christmas.
Nah, I think the central holiday should be Thanksgiving
What?
or
they should do
or
Chinese
Martin
New Year.
Junior Day.
Martin Luther King
should
Day?
just do-
What?
Yeah, they should just do MLKJ Day as their central holiday.
The whole series is based around Lucas now.
Black History Month?
Exactly, Chris.
Why go for the
You see,
day
the-
when you could go for the month?
So season 4, Lucas can get his own story arc.
No, Erica.
Erica, America.
You can't spell America without Erica.
Well, they're related, so it could tie in with each other.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think we need to move on to our next topic.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
So many things to say about that Spider-Man
Spoiler. Big spoiler alert.
post-credit.
By the way.
Yes, very big spoiler if you have not seen.
JJJ is
I'm just gonna
or
put it in the
seen-
title so that they know. Spoiler cast.
We just call it our podcast the Spoiler Cast.
Spoiler cast.
That's IGN's podcast.
Oh, okay. Well, we're taking their jobs.
So let's talk about that whole thing.
What do you guys
with
think about the movie?
Nick Fury sitting in the space
The-
base?
I thought the movie was great. I liked it better than the first one.
The movie was amazing,
Yeah.
honestly.
I really like the movie.
It was full of action-packed hilarity and
Mm-hmm.
fun times.
What I didn't-
It was a good
I
movie
didn't
to
like-
come off Endgame. Sorry.
And like how in the they put in the trailer that Zendaya figured out that he was Spider-Man.
But she did.
Well,
They
that
put
was,
it in the trailer.
What do you mean?
that was eventually gonna happen.
Yeah, but trailers
but-
can be deceiving.
Yeah, I don't like
Like,
no,
oh, you're Spider-Man. Like they put it in the
I
trailer.
feel like for this movie they really did reveal a lot of the plot points.
What?
Well, no, everybody thought Mysterio was a good guy. That there was some sort of thing with the multiverse.
No, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Like, if you
know-
everyone,
like, if you know
everyone
anything
kind of
about
guessed
Mysterio.
that Mysterio.
If you know anything about Mysterio, then you know, like, just seeing
Yeah.
him and like seeing what the
Right,
story
well-
was based around, everyone was kind of like, oh, this is all BS.
Yeah,
The MCU is different than the comics. They always change things up.
Yeah.
Anybody who's green is bad. Green is bad.
So the Hulk is bad.
Yes,
Hulk smash. He smashes things.
Hulk smash.
the Green
Hulk
Lantern, bad.
Green Lantern,
Green
horrible.
Lantern.
Gamora dead.
Gamora,
Gamora dead.
cliff dive.
Or bad.
All right, back to Spider-Man.
Shrek, bad. Okay.
Hey.
Whoa,
Don't slander his name.
Don't you dare invoke that name.
Donkey.
Don't.
I feel like
so-
they didn't reveal that much in the trailers for me because like Marvel trailers are always kind of deceiving. Like they showed about maybe like a 20-second clip in the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer of like him fighting a bunch of burglars and all that, and then he was telling
And that
the
wasn't
cops-
in the movie at all.
That wasn't in the movie at all. He's like, oh,
I was like,
you're
I was
gonna be
watching
the
it, and I
new
was like,
Iron
where the
Man?
hell is it?
You're gonna be the new Iron Man? No, I'm too busy doing your guys' job. That was never in the movie.
See, that was probably like a scene just to trick Tom Holland from spoiling, anything from the actual movie.
I think they actually said that scene was like from a to-do list for Spider-Man to do before he went on his trip to Europe.
Like I thought
So
the movie was
like
gonna
part
start-
of so like part of
Also
that to-do
released
list was to
clips.
take down the mob family, and then he'd go to Europe.
What the hell?
So that's why they had that scene like filmed already.
I mean, the whole movie encapsulates, like, you can't watch Endgame without, or you can't watch Spider-Man without watching Endgame. Like, that whole movie was like, there was always this thing with Spider-Man being the next Iron Man, and then he's doesn't really live up to Tony Stark. He's just his own thing, like, which I
Well,
thought
this
was
movie's-
weird. Honestly,
This movie's supposed to be the last movie for Phase
That's a
3.
good segue.
Yeah, it is.
Like it's about like Endgame is not the last like movie of, which is odd for me.
Yeah, I think that's odd too.
Well,
Like still
no,
seeing, seeing this movie, you kind of like you get the feeling like it's like a new.
Yeah.
It's what's next. It's what comes next.
It was
Right.
just like in Phase 2, just like Age of Ultron wasn't the end. It was actually Ant-Man.
Yeah, well,
Ant-Man was the end of Phase 2.
did anyone
Really?
watch Ant-Man really?
Yeah,
I did.
of course.
Yeah.
Everyone
I
watched
thought it was really
Ant-Man.
good.
I'm talking about the casuals here, okay? We are diehard Marvel fans.
I mean, if you watch
But
Endgame, you have to watch the other 20 films.
Listen. I know so many people who did not watch Ant-Man.
Okay, not including your mom.
Not including my mom. She hasn't seen any of the movies.
Ant-Man was actually one of the first like MCU movies my family watched. Like my parents, when my mom was like, "Oh, I want to watch all the movies before Endgame," she somehow found Ant-Man first. I don't know. Maybe she went alphabetical, but like
Ant-Man was really good.
Okay,
I remember when Ant-Man first came out, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be ass," and then I watched it, and I was like, "I actually really enjoyed it."
I was all for the Ant-Man. I love.
No,
that
you
movie.
were not.
Yes, I was.
Gabby,
Gabby, expose her.
Yeah, I was.
Hold on. Gabby really likes Ant-Man, but she was pissed when she found out it wasn't Hank Pym.
Okay, but he was in the movie. I
Yes,
just
he was
thought
in
it
the
was gonna
movie.
be they were just gonna leave him out because he's like the OG Ant-Man, but
Yeah.
he's also like an old fart. So
Yeah, she was like, "Who the hell's Scott?"
it makes sense the way they did it, especially with like Black Panther. How Black Panther's dad and Hank Pym were like, they did things in Wakanda. They like worked together on the Pym particle or whatever, and then
It's a new generation.
yeah, it's a new gen. But I liked how they added the old generation, so I was satisfied with that movie.
Okay. Yeah, but when it was first announced and like I told you it wasn't Hank Pym, you were kind of upset.
I was upset, but I had to watch the movie to see if it was good or not, and I watched it, and it was a good movie.
Yeah, I remember that I didn't want to watch Ant-Man because I thought it was going to be shit. And Gabby was like, no, you got to watch this movie. It's really good. You're really going to like it. And I watched it.
It was really good. And I know people didn't watch the second movie, but that one was actually good too.
Yeah, that was good too.
Yeah, it was okay.
I liked it.
I think it was because it came like right after Infinity War.
Oh,
So
yeah.
a lot of people were kind of just like, I don't want Ant-Man. I want to see what happens after Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
but it
Yeah,
was.
and then it became a
No,
really
I thought it was good.
movie
Yeah.
for Endgame.
Yeah, it was very important for
It was
Endgame.
very important. The quantum
The
realm.
after credits scene. Yeah, quantum realm and all that. So, what was your favorite parts? What was your favorite part of Spider-Man? Like, what did you like about Spider-Man the most?
Probably J. Jonah Jameson.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Out of the whole movie, the 10-second clip, Spider-Man.
Okay.
The fact that they brought back the OG J. Jonah Jameson,
Yeah.
that was awesome. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever.
I lost it too. I was like, the hell.
Honestly, this Spider-Man felt like the most authentic Spider-Man out of all the
It really
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You have a crybaby.
You really feel his awkwardness.
Yeah, you feel that because you went through it. Like
You feel that awkward high school feeling throughout the entire movie,
the characters are
even though you're
believable.
not in high school. Yeah.
It's also been 5 movies with this Spider-Man. Like, can you believe it? I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
5 movies
movies.
with this Tom
Civil War,
Holland
Homecoming.
Spider-Man.
How many Spider-Man movie are there? Like how many movies are there?
But including Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield?
No, just
No.
Spider-Man.
No,
We
this
don't talk about
Tom
them.
Holland Spider-Man.
It's just two.
This Tom,
No, like the other movies,
5.
the other Marvel movies
No, there's
that
5.
included.
with including like
Yeah, well, she's talking about specifically
No,
Spider-Man
like
movies.
yeah, Spider-Man name movies. There's only 2, right?
There's
Yeah.
only 2, Homecoming
two.
and Far
yeah,
From Home.
but him being like our Spider-Man, he's been in 5 movies already.
Yeah. Civil War and then the 2 Avengers. That's
Just behind the scenes.
it. Not even behind the scenes. He's there.
Well, they
Just,
didn't.
just a side character.
Yeah, but he's still like, you know what I mean. He's not like it's not about him. It's about him helping the team.
Do you think Spider-Man's gonna change anytime soon?
Well, considering the end of this movie, I don't know how they're gonna go about it. Like, like they basically revealed that like Mysterio basically told the world that Spider-Man killed me. He set off the drones. It was a whole
Yeah, that
this
was
whole big
crazy.
scheme. And by the way, his name's Peter Parker. Like
They
Actually,
pulled
that
up
was
that
really
picture.
interesting.
They pulled up that picture, and I was like, bro.
I was like, holy
I guess
shit.
he's not working
Like,
for the Daily Bugle
Nope.
in this Spider-Man.
Dude,
So
I thought that was
my-
really interesting because because like in Iron Man, obviously Iron Man had control of it. How like he said he was Iron Man, and I thought it was interesting to like contrast that with Peter Parker. That like someone else outed him instead of him doing it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thought that was interesting.
Yeah. But like I don't know how they're gonna go about it.
So my favorite theory about how they're gonna go about it is that he's gonna need like legal representation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know how they're gonna solve anything. But
Derek.
they're
Oh,
gonna,
Daredevil?
he's gonna need legal
Daredevil, dude?
representation, and the only one who's gonna take his case is Matt Murdock.
Is Matt Murdock.
And that's how they're gonna
no
bring in
way.
Charlie Cox as
No
Daredevil.
way is
Oh my
Daredevil gonna be in the big screen. No way.
No, because
I'm
because
for it, dude.
no, because Netflix had its series and it was canceled. So because of Netflix's contract, they can't use Charlie Cox as Daredevil for 2 years after it's canceled. So that lines up for 2020,
Oh, with 2021.
which is when the next Spider-Man movie would begin filming if they or be released if they were going to do it
You know what?
with Daredevil.
I don't know.
I'm open
I don't-
to this.
I don't want that.
I'm open to
Yeah,
this.
but have you seen Daredevil?
I'm a Daredevil virgin, so I'm so glad that I haven't seen it. I'm going in blind.
You see, they would have
Wow.
to do it. They would have to do it in a way where you don't necessarily have to watch like his show, but there would be like enough references so that if you do watch the show, you are rewarded for that.
Yeah.
I don't,
Like,
I don't want it to
them
be
to
the
have
whole
to-
movie though.
No.
No.
I like it. Like people were like I was reading up on it. People were saying, "Oh, he should only be like it should only be Matt Murdock in like the courtroom. Like it shouldn't show him
Yeah.
like as
It
Daredevil."
shouldn't be Daredevil.
But then a lot of
Yeah,
people were like, "Oh, you want to see him? We want to see him as Daredevil because we want him to to help like Spider-Man. Like we want to see them at least fight together because they do have a relationship in the comics
Yeah.
because they're both in New York.
Mm-hmm.
New York.
And Spider-Man is like he looks up to Daredevil because that's just Spider-Man. He looks up to a lot of the
But what the fuck are they? Because Spider-Man, like, he's been in space, dude.
But the thing about Spider-Man is that like his story arc is supposed to be neighborhood, like it's grounded.
He doesn't really know what's going on. Like half
Exactly,
the time.
but in that's the whole point of this movie, is that he's basically not anymore. Like, he has to be bigger into space. He needs
what's bigger than defeating Thanos? Like nothing at the moment.
Exactly.
Chris
Like, he's
made a
already.
I'm sorry. Finish your thought.
What?
What?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was gonna say that Chris made a good point, but like, he just deals with the neighborhood, you know. Like, he doesn't want to be there for an apocalypse situation. He wants to be there for his city. So it makes sense that they would do something together, just logically.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since he knows, like, I'm assuming that Daredevil knows the underground of the city. Like, he knows all the people.
I mean,
just from what I've seen.
Daredevil, I feel like Daredevil is more neighborhood type. I feel like, I don't know, like, with
Daredevil and
Spider-Man together.
And also,
Spider-Man has already defeated, like, he's up here, and Daredevil's, like, right now he's, like, down here.
So then what would be, like, that's the point, though. Like, this villain, Mysterio, how does Mysterio compare to Thanos?
But it's not like it's not like how would Daredevil defeat Mysterio is what I'm saying. Like, how would they work together to defeat?
Well, a lot of Mysterio's things were illusions,
which
would be like,
and
not effective against the blind guy.
That would have been perfect for Daredevil.
Daredevil would have been perfect to fight Mysterio. He's like, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm still gonna kick your butt.
I was gonna say that, like, so it could lead into, like, the whole Galactus thing. How people are theorizing that Galactus is the next villain.
I wish.
I don't know how Daredevil's gonna fight Galactus.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I think that their only common enemy for Spider-Man and Daredevil is Wilson.
Is Kingpin.
That's
true. The thing about that is that, Daredevil season 3 did a good job of, like, shutting down Kingpin for the meantime. Mm-hmm. If they did it, as Kingpin, like, pulling the strings in the background, and, like, people were saying they want Kraven the Hunter to be the next villain. So it was like Kingpin hiring, Kraven or something like that.
Yeah, that's a theory I've also heard.
That would be cool.
I've heard Kingpin or Osborn hiring
Osborn. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be sick.
I do want to see them do Osborn. I don't know how.
Yeah. I just want to see Sinister Six, honestly.
Me too, dude.
But I think but I don't want them to rush Sinister Six either.
No,
they tried to do in the Amazing Spider-Man with Garfield.
Oof.
Yeah,
Oof.
Like, they would need to build. They would need to do, like, Doc Ock.
Yeah.
And Electro and stuff like that. Like, they would need to
again.
The thing is, they have three solid villains already. Or maybe 4 if you bring in Venom, because I know Sony wants to put Venom in the next Spider-Man.
Yeah, but Venom's a good guy.
Well, he's an anti-hero.
Venom is an anti-hero.
Yeah, but
so people are saying they want. So what I've heard is it's either Daredevil, Venom, or Deadpool in Spider-Man 3, because they want to try and bring in Deadpool. I don't feel like they should try and do that.
I don't see that happening.
Oh, I would love Deadpool in Spider-Man, dude. Oh,
what about
that'd be great.
X-Men, guys? The X-Men.
It's done.
Spider-Man.
It's done. Logan. They came out with Logan, and it's over.
No, they came out with Dark Phoenix.
Okay, but that's before. This is now.
In the 90s.
Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, if anything, Fantastic Four is coming out before.
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait to see John Krasinski. Is it Krasinski or
Krasinski?
I thought you were gonna say Jon Snow.
No.
I can't wait to see Jon Snow as Mr. Fantastic.
As Mr. Fantastic.
Also, the smallest Mr. Fantastic.
Yes.
When
he just stretches.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but at the end of the movie, when Spider-Man was swinging, he swung through a building that had like
he swung.
He swung.
He swung.
Swang around.
He swung from a building.
Don't say that.
Swung dead.
He swings. He swings from a building.
Swanged, okay.
In the building, and there was
swung.
like an atrium, like it had like trees and all that stuff, and it was like a research facility, but it looked like Stark Tower. Like it was like the Stark building, and he would just swing through it because there was like a hole in the middle. And people are saying that could be the new Oscorp building.
Or Fantastic
Because-
Four.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I thought it was.
Because-
Yeah, I heard it was also Fantastic Four.
Yeah, or Fantastic Four, either one. But I feel like it's more likely it'd be Oscorp because they research stuff like that. So I don't know.
Well, I feel like Oscorp is more likely because it was in the Spider-Man movie. But
Yeah,
Fantastic Four, I mean, do they need a whole building?
Yes, they have a whole
Do
building.
they
They
need a whole building? Like, it's just
well,
four of them.
it could always be kind of like a MCU's own
It's just 4 of them. What are they
law funding
doing?
the research for the Fantastic Four, and then that's how
Yeah.
the Fantastic Four get made. I think that would be cool.
And then
I still want to
Chris-
see Daredevil though.
Now that Chris Evans isn't going to come back as Captain America, is he going to come back as Human Torch?
All right.
Wait a second.
Mm,
No.
no.
You look like Captain America, and it's just no. I'm Johnny Storm. I get that a lot.
Guy, isn't Michael
That's the other one. We can talk about
Michael B.
that one.
Jordan is awesome.
We
Yeah,
don't
he was
talk
awesome.
Yo,
about that.
if they ever do a multiverse, the Human Torches are gonna be hilarious.
I'm
I can see that. I can see that being a what if series on Disney Plus.
just make it cartooned.
Exactly.
Just
Just
put,
get their voices.
put everything in cartoon and you can do it. What?
Mike, that means we might get to see, the Immortal Iron Fist again. Danny
Dude,
Rand.
I would love it, man. I'm down for that. To see oh, dude, Heroes for Hire.
I would.
Disney
I do
Plus?
want to see them do Heroes for Hire on Disney Plus.
He was.
Would be nice.
What? You saw what?
I was looking up if Michael B. Jordan was the Human Torch.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
in,
okay.
in that failed
Okay,
Fantastic
nobody-
Four movie.
Yeah, we all said he was, Issa.
I didn't hear any.
Issa,
No,
you,
Issa
you're
doesn't
cutting
trust.
in and
Issa
out.
doesn't trust us.
Yeah.
I had to Google check you guys.
Fact check.
I didn't believe myself.
But yeah.
Who
Spider-Man.
played the Invisible Woman in that movie?
Jessica Alba.
No, that was
Wow,
the first one.
Margo.
The
No,
Michael
that was the
B.
first
Jordan.
one. The other one.
Oh,
Oh,
some other blonde chick. I don't know.
let me look it up.
I have no idea who else was in that movie
Honestly,
No,
I-
that's
besides
Yeah.
Michael.
I honestly only remember it was Michael B. Jordan as the Human Torch.
Yeah.
I know that Reed Richards was the kid from Whiplash.
Oh yeah, that kid.
Yeah.
Hey, Mar.
Oh,
Mara.
her.
Who?
She was an Iron Man too.
Whom?
Was she?
Who?
Whom?
Whom?
She was in
But-
Iron Man too. Who was she?
I hated that movie. It's probably
Was she
the
a
worst
reporter?
Marvel movie.
Was she a
That's
reporter?
Marshall. Okay,
What?
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 that's Marshall.
Okay.
Alright, sure, why not? If you say so. Google doesn't lie.
It's true.
I think
Cards.
the last thing we need to talk about is Nick Fury
He's in Brokeback.
not doing a damn thing.
He's on
Well, he's not
vacation.
even on Earth.
He's not even on Earth. Has he been on Earth this whole time? Who knows?
Oh,
No,
dude, I love
but
that
yeah.
Easter egg too. I'm sorry. That like
What?
Nick Fury starting sword.
Yeah,
Space.
I did like that.
Mm-hmm. That was
You
cool.
know,
It's gonna
because
be
it does
like
open up.
Very cosmic for Phase 4.
It opens up a lot of the cosmic, which is again, I'm thinking. Spider-Man is still, he's not like really. He doesn't really fight the cosmic beings. He's neighborhood.
Mhm.
So that's why I think, that direction of him fighting on Earth, like the neighborhood battles and stuff like that, is better. But it does open up Sword, Cosmic, Galactus, all
Yeah,
that crap.
I'm excited for that. If they go that route, which I'm pretty sure they would.
Ooh, I also had a question, like, for Spider-Man: Far From Home. Where was Doctor Strange? Because, like, isn't Doctor Strange
Doctor Strange?
like
He was protecting your reality, douchebag.
okay? Yeah, he's supposed to like protect. Like, Nick Fury said he was unavailable, like off-world. Where the hell is he?
No,
He didn't
it,
say
it wasn't.
off-world,
It
he
wasn't
said
Nick Fury though.
It was
Okay,
Talon.
wasn't
well,
Nick
it
Fury.
doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
so maybe Talon didn't have like all the resources that Nick
All the
Fury would have had.
answers.
Yeah, but like Doctor Strange would still like see some kind of threat like that. Like Doctor Strange made Loki fall for 30 minutes when he just arrived on Earth.
Okay,
Why
because-
wouldn't he see something?
Well, maybe
like that?
Doctor Strange knew that Spider-Man
Well,
could handle
Doctor
this
Str-
for himself.
That's true.
Doctor Strange, like when in Thor Ragnarok, when they mention, they go his job is to, like, he monitors beings not from Earth. So Mysterio was not like an unearthly being. Loki was not from Earth,
Yeah.
right? Loki is from Asgard. He's an alien. So Doctor Strange realized when he got onto Earth. Now,
Okay, but
Mysterio
Spider-Man should have
crazy
known.
nut job.
With
It's a
Spider
Peter
Tingle.
Spider-Man should have known that.
Peter
Oh,
Tingle.
that's another thing. He's never used his Spidey sense in this
He's
movie.
Peter Tingle.
He's had like hints of the spider sense,
Yeah, he's had.
but
hints of
he
it,
never really explored it.
He's going through puberty, so.
Which is another thing that I want. They said that Daredevil would be the excellent teacher to use your spider sense.
Yep.
God damn it.
That's how he
I
sees.
feel like Daredevil
Okay.
is not a good character for like the way that they already put him in the
What?
show. I don't feel like he's not a good character for the big screen with
He is
Spider-Man.
kind of like.
I think he would be the best of the ones that are
the
on TV right now.
The entire show is just about him fighting off like mob type people. You get me?
And ninjas.
I
Punisher.
And
never-
immortal ninjas. Okay.
I've never seen the
Like-
show, but like, isn't Daredevil like, isn't it rated like not R,
with-
but whatever the TV equivalent is?
Mature.
Yeah.
No.
It's like 17
not?
plus at least.
Yeah,
like
it's M17.
it's like M17 or something.
So,
like
like, I
that.
feel
What-
like
how is it M17?
because there's a lot of blood.
I
Because
feel
there's
like that
blood.
doesn't
And
fit
there's cursing.
with Spider-Man's whole.
Dog, I thought there had to be.
That's why I think
I
it
don't
would be good to just have
I don't
him, you know, what do you call it? Just be in the courtroom. Just just have him as a lawyer,
Exactly.
and just have him like hints at being Daredevil. I think that would be hilarious.
Like-
That would be great. That'd be good for me.
If he swang by Nelson and Murdoch for a second, I'd even be
What
happy.
is wrong with you?
Yeah,
dude?
that'd even be great for me too.
Okay.
No, like-
yeah, I see that.
Like if
Side
it- yeah, like
movie
if-
together, I can't with that.
yeah, like no, them fighting together would be kind of like a stretch because it kind
Mhm.
of just like throw at you. Oh, this is Matthew Murdock. Like he is Daredevil. Like if you've never watched Daredevil, it's kind of just like you're kind of like, who the hell is this?
This Deadpool, who is this?
Yeah, like, but if you introduce him as like, oh, this is Matthew Murdock. He's your attorney.
No, it's
Right?
Hellboy.
So,
Yeah.
so you're kind of just like, okay, cool. He's Peter Parker's attorney. Like, let's say you have no knowledge of this. You're just like, oh, he's cool.
And
He's an
it's
attorney.
so
And then
great
you
when
can-
you find out that
yeah,
he's
you
like
can have like in like just like a little side glance or whatever that he's Daredevil, and you're like, oh, and that makes you look into the Netflix series or the Disney Plus series.
exactly.
And
So
then
you're
you
like,
turn
damn.
around and the Suicide Squad
That-
is
That's good.
running
That's
around.
Suicide Squad.
And
That's
then
the
you
same
watch Iron Fist season 2.
No Iron Fist. Don't watch it.
Danny
Watch
Rand.
season 2 of Iron Fist only.
Wait,
Skip
aren't
Don't
they,
watch it at all.
aren't they in like a girl
No,
group?
you can watch Colleen Wing. That's all you need to watch.
Aren't they in a group together?
Yes, the Defenders.
The
Yeah.
Defenders.
That was a good series.
What are they defending?
Even that was a little.
The
They were
city of
defending New York from ninjas.
Ninjas. Why are there ninjas?
That's what I'm saying. Like
Why-
Spider-Man is up here and they're down here. Like
You
they're
wouldn't want to
fighting
see
ninjas.
Spider-Man fighting ninjas?
Ooh.
In a
That'd be
big
badass.
IMAX screen. No.
Why not?
That'd be badass. I don't know what
that
you're
would be
talking about.
that would be great.
What?
Like
I
it
don't
doesn't even
think-
have to. It doesn't have to be the main fight.
Bro, his Peter Tinkle wouldn't work because they stopped their heartbeat.
His Peter
He's
Tinkle.
Peter Tinkle.
All right, let's.
No, I wouldn't pay $20 to see him.
Bro, I'd pay
Fight
$100.
ninjas.
I would pay $100 to see
By the whole
Daredevil
theater.
and Spider-Man on the same.
Yo,
screen.
me too.
Yo, I would lose my shit, dude. I would love it.
I think it'd
Dude,
be
what
a
are they
good-
gonna do together?
I feel like it'd be a good cameo, but I don't think it has the legs to
Yeah,
be
I'd,
like
I'd be okay with the cameo, honestly.
a whole
Yeah, me too.
movie.
Like that's what I'm saying. He doesn't have to be like, you know, the central part of this movie. It doesn't have to be Spider-Man and Daredevil.
Just a hint,
Right.
like just
it
a
just
little
has to
hint.
be. It just has to be enough.
Give
But it's
me
like-
a tease. Little tease.
It's like I'm Peter Parker. I'm Matt Murdock. I'm your attorney now.
Not,
It's like,
even if it's not
Spider-Man,
Matt-
we're gonna have to hire you an attorney. You see,
Or Foggy Nelson.
Yeah, it's like Spider-Man. Peter Parker. Nobody wants to be your attorney because nobody can think they can win this case.
Mhm.
And then door opens.
I trust
Story.
Blind guy walks through.
And,
Well,
and then
that
Daryl's
they
being
know
like,
what they're doing for the next Spider-Man. I trust them.
yeah, they don't. They know what they're doing. Unlike,
I truly do believe Craven will be in the next Spider-Man, though.
You think it'll be Kraven?
I think so. Because the director really wants Craven in it, so that's my
Who's-
I'm
hope.
pretty sure
Who's
Tom
that?
Holland said he really wants Kraven too.
who's
Craven's
Kraven?
it's Craven the Hunter.
Oh,
Mhm.
he's a hunter.
I think Jason Momoa would be perfect for that.
Oh,
True.
Would he be
He's
in the
already
MCU?
Aquaman.
Jason Momoa didn't
Exactly.
do Aquaman very well.
Oh,
So what?
yo, then just get Steven Adams from the OKC Thunder.
No, stop.
He's the same person.
Wait, so what's the next Marvel movie coming out?
Well, people,
Guardians.
it's not coming out until 2020.
Guardians.
They don't have it.
I
Yeah,
thought it was Black Widow.
Oh, yeah, probably.
It wasn't
They're
Black
not gonna
Widow?
Black Widow in
I, thought it
20.
was, I think it's gonna be Black Widow.
I
people
thought
say
it
it's
I thought it was
Black
Guardians.
Widow, Guardians, or
Guardians is 2021.
No, Guardians can't
Oh,
start filming yet because James Gunn is doing Suicide Squad too.
Oh, something that shouldn't even exist. Nobody
Yeah.
liked the first one. No one's gonna like the second one.
Why?
No.
Yeah,
I was thinking about that today. I'm like, why are they making a second movie?
But that doesn't
Yeah.
stop anybody from watching it.
It's not gonna stop.
It'd be a
DC
shit
fanboys
show.
from
It's
watching.
the
We
merch.
all watched Batman and Superman, and look, that was a shit show.
Literally, people don't watch the movie. Like,
We got to
it's
see
not.
Batfleck for the first time. What do you mean?
No, I'm sorry.
And then we got Wonder Woman.
Jared Leto
Oh.
as the Joker is literally a joke.
Yeah, I can't wait for Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be a good movie.
It's gonna be a great movie.
Weird
Oh.
interpretation. He has mental illness. We should feel bad for him, but he's a bad guy, so we shouldn't. I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna be.
Is Robert Pattinson gonna show up at the end?
Oh my god, shoot! me.
No, that Joker movie isn't connected to DC at all. Like
It's
they're
just
going completely away from a Joker story.
interesting.
Like, what is this about a Wonder Woman 2 that, like, is in the theaters but has not been announced? Or, like, there's
What?
no trailers out? There's
Yeah.
another Wonder Woman. Went to the movies the other day and we saw a Wonder Woman 2 poster, but
Oh,
The-
Wonder Woman like 1984 or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah,
but it's not like
Yeah, they haven't announced. They haven't dropped a trailer or anything.
yeah, but they have a
It's just-
poster.
They have a poster. That's it. They've only released like a poster.
it's so weird.
Like her in, like,
What
the
is
gold
wrong with
armor.
DC, dude? What is going on over there?
They
Warner
need
Brothers-
help.
They're trying to figure it out, man. They're like,
Warner
You know
I
that
don't
gif of like
So-
SpongeBob in his head?
think that it's all on fire.
Everything
Yeah,
Warner
they're
Brothers
on
touches
fire.
dies. Like, everything.
Warner Brothers just needs to sell to Disney, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
And they could do the Harry
Yo,
Potter
Disney
movies.
started making DC movies.
Oh my god.
They build their own universe as well.
They could make better Harry Potter movies.
Joins into one universe.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Yo, they
See a
could
continuation
if
of Harry
if
Potter.
Disney got the DC rights, they could do Justice League versus Avengers.
That's so
Dude.
true.
Oh my god.
That's very true.
Then they can introduce the multiverse. And they really could introduce the multiverse.
And then you see Darth Vader.
What?
Alright.
Wait,
What? No, that happened a
It's
long
like
time
Batman.
ago.
It's like Batman versus Superman. Like where Wonder Woman just jumps in there. It's kind of just like DC. It's Justice League versus Avengers, and then you just see Darth Vader. I thought it was you.
Are you Jedi scum? Then he runs away.
Marco's just sitting in the theater and he's just like having an orgasm. The rest of us are like,
Mark's the only one freaking out.
If that would happen, like, why would he show up? Like, he just wants to
exactly.
kill the
Just because
Jedi.
Disney can.
Because Disney's just sticking a giant middle finger at you. They're just like, we know you're gonna pay for this.
It's
Then
it's
everyone
literally
has
just
the
gonna be
Force.
called Disney the movie. It's just
Disney
gonna be
the
everything
movie.
Disney owns.
You see the Little
Everything Disney
Mermaid
owns
flopping
in one
around? What?
You know what? Never mind. That was Wreck-It Ralph too.
Oh,
I just realized.
It's gonna be Kingdom Hearts 4 on the big screen.
oh, you're gonna see Sora.
Sora's gonna be in the next Avengers.
Sora.
No, stop, pause, cancel. I know what comes next.
I can't do Donald's voice, so.
No, don't speak it. No. I said not to speak it into existence.
Oh man.
All right, so the last segment is the ghost stories.
All right, ghost stories.
Spooky.
See,
How,
Juicy
how,
Ghost
much,
Story?
how long has it been?
We're at 53.
All right, just enough time.
7
Alright,
minutes
so-
of ghost stories.
Who's going first?
Really?
Marco,
really-
you go first.
I go first.
Didn't you have a really juicy one last podcast?
I did.
Isn't it just
Yeah.
Marco's basic ass ghost story?
He- the one he always says.
It's the same one he always tells us.
Which one?
What?
which
Clapping
one's
one.
The clap.
Oh,
When he got chlamydia.
When he got the
That's
clap.
that's another podcast, guys. Okay.
There's multiple
Tune in
clap
next time.
stories.
Tune in next time for the chlamydia podcast.
Okay, so the clap. So I used to volunteer at a church, and I used to be the sound tech there, and I used to go on stage, set up microphones and the instruments, and then go back upstairs and do this like the sound techy stuff. Whatever, it's boring. But at the end of the church service, it was a late night church service. It was like 9 o'clock at night, so the auditorium is completely dark. It's completely pitch black, and I'm just on the stage with one light on, and I just wrapping up equipment and putting it away because tomorrow morning there's another church service and I don't want to deal with it then. So while I'm wrapping it up, I just hear in the middle, in the dead center of this auditorium. By the way, we all used to go to school at the same place, so it's kind of creepy because we're there almost all the time.
Not we all.
So
I mean,
most of us.
2/3, 66%.
and all I hear while I'm wrapping up this equipment is, and like it's echoed. It's like a loud clap, and I just turn and I like, hello, like I'm trying to figure out if someone's there, and no one responds, and I'm just like,
would it have been better if something responded?
What if something fell?
No. It sounded like someone putting skin to skin on their hand to clap.
Well,
like
Marco.
it sounded like a clap.
I'm saying it was our principal. That's what I'm saying.
the whole scandal.
Outside, like 2 people were in there putting skin to skin, and they did not want to
Pitch
reply to you.
black.
Yes, what?
Yeah, they don't want to be caught. And then you're like, hello, what are they gonna say? Hey,
They're probably like doing it in the baptism pool or something like that.
Oh my
God.
gosh.
That's what happened to our last print.
Oh my.
That's another story for another podcast.
No, but dude, that was scary as shit. Like, I freaked out. I went outside and went to the rest of the people that were there. I'm like, okay, we're leaving. Clap.
I mean, to be fair, like old buildings, usually when the AC kicks on, there's a lot of like weird creaks and
I think something fell.
cracks.
I'm telling you, it wasn't an AC. Nothing felt because there was nothing
Un
there to
poco de
fall.
papeles.
The
Like,
whole
I
floor
don't
was
know.
carpet.
This is a big auditorium, though, Marco. There's like a lot of chance for something to creak or crack or fall. And
Even if
it's
something
dark.
were to fall, it wouldn't have made that noise because the whole floor is carpet. The whole floor was carpet.
Marco,
at that time,
isn't there a
nothing would have made
stage?
a noise. Yeah, I was on stage. I would have heard it next to me. This was in the
Oh.
middle of the
Oh,
auditorium.
you were in the middle of the auditorium.
Maybe it was one of those seats.
It wasn't a seat.
That still would have been
It was a
freaky.
clap. If it was a regular inanimate object sound, I wouldn't have freaked out as I did because it
Marco,
sounded
what if-
like a clap.
What
I
if
mean,
it was
maybe
a consistent applause to you? Like,
That's what I was gonna
No,
say.
it
I was gonna say
it
that.
was one clap. It was one clap.
Also, to
I was
be
gonna say
fair,
maybe the ghost really liked your performance on stage and it.
I
and
wasn't
he
even
clapped.
performing.
a lot of people said that our school is
Marco.
haunted. Like a lot of people said.
in the
and-
future.
Yeah, with the Holy Ghost. Get out of here.
No, you ask security guards and they all know about the same. There's like one story that remains the same.
Yeah.
There's like one
It was
ghost that like lives on like the 3rd floor or something, or the 2nd
Oh,
floor.
no.
third floor?
There's a
No,
third
it
floor.
was the
No.
first floor.
I thought it was the 2nd floor.
haunted-
It was like a hallway, right?
There's a story of one security guard there who's hired and he left after a week because of the story. He had the night shift, so he was walking down and he saw a little girl, and the little girl was standing next to a trash can, and he called to the little girl. He says, "Hey, what are you doing?" And she kept running, like she ran and she.
That sounds so fake.
You guys know that hallway at the end, near the back doors.
To hang out in that hallway. I
Wow,
remember
you
that hallway.
you got.
Oh, Mark, you just name dropped.
Yeah, you just
School.
doxed us. You gotta bleep
We're
that
gonna
out.
get
Gabby.
swatted. Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna edit it out. I mean,
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah,
edit-
yeah,
You
have to
bleep it,
put, like, a
bleep
beep
it.
there.
Yeah, bleep that.
I'm pretty sure I said
Whatever.
Oh
Now
my
you said
god,
it
we bleep
again.
that
Bleep
too.
that too.
Could mean anything.
Stop
Weird.
saying it.
it could mean we should have just said Marco.
Oh my
you're-
god, Gabby.
Now they know what the D stands for.
Oh my god.
Christians.
It's only
Chris,
that
you didn't even go there, dude. You went. Chris, what the
Stop.
hell?
Guys, that's
Oh
what
my
they
God.
isn't that what they call like they call it
Oh my
No, well, now they know where my.
Now,
My
oh
address is
God.
Marco, or guys, on every single thing I put ETS. That means we're in the East somewhere.
Yes,
Yeah.
but now.
Yeah, you know how big the East Coast is?
All right, I'm gonna have to edit this
We-
whole part out, but I can do
Okay,
it.
start Start where you said, do you know where this building is?
No, wait. I think it would be funnier, Gabby, if you left every bleep. Like you bleep every time.
All right, I'm gonna do it then. I'm gonna do it
I think
every
that would be a
time.
lot funnier.
So Marco downstairs
make a note.
next to the chapel,
Yeah, no, not next. Yeah, kind of next to the chapel entrance. So
like where that water fountain thing is.
Yeah, so you know, if you keep going down that hallway, there's like an office, and you turn. There's like a little indent in the wall. So the little girl turned towards that wall, and the security guard thought that she was hiding behind the trash can, and he looked at the trash can, and no one was there. That's why he freaked out and he quit.
That sounds so fake.
Yeah, that sounds fake.
The thing is, what would be haunting that school?
The holy ghost. Are you guys?
A little girl, apparently.
I'm pretty sure before the school was a school, it was something else. But
Maybe like a
forget what.
nursery?
Oh, it was an Indian burial ground.
Oh my god.
that
Always.
makes
Been school
sense.
for 60 years.
Yeah, it's an old school, but I don't remember what it was before it was a school. I'm pretty sure it was
name
like.
a lot of.
Sorry, what? Oh my god.
It was a children's hospital.
I don't know what it was before, but it was something.
Well, they name a lot of things in that school after dead people. Like people that pass away, they just name
The whole
stuff
gym.
in that school. Yeah.
Marco!
Now we got a part. Now we got a.
Wait a second.
You're just giving.
Marco, just say her address.
Gabby, you're giving Gabby all this work.
I'll look up the address for it
I'm
right now. don't
stressing
worry.
right now. Okay, I gotta put another thing. It says what? One to what? One something to.
You guys ready for the address?
No.
This is one long bleep.
Zip code.
I'm going to say the N word.
That's the one thing Gabby unbelieves. Mike's in the middle of saying the address. You just hear James yelling.
All right. Well.
All right. Any more ghost stories for anybody?
Oh, Gabby, didn't you just have a ghost
Okay,
story
I have a
right
really
now?
short one because nothing like that ever happens to me ever. But I only hear ghost stories, and they always intrigue me. I don't know why. But this one happened when I was asleep. So I was asleep. Marco, why are you making... I could hear you from the other room, dude.
That's not Marco. That's the ghost clapping.
All right, whatever. So I was asleep, dead asleep, minding my own business in my own head. Like, I didn't even know what was happening because it happened. I was asleep, and then all of a sudden, I feel like a hard blow on my ear, and I wake up, and I turn around because, like, my instinct is like, oh, somebody's behind me. It blew in my ear. And I woke up, like, out of breath because I was, like, it scared me. And there was no one there. And I was like, asleep, and I just went back to sleep.
Gabby, what if you found somebody there? Like, who would it be?
Don't tell me that. I don't need to.
What if it was like? What if it was like your mom or dad? That's even weirder.
What if it was Issa?
But Gabby, see, like, if I was in your
It would be
position,
me though.
if I was in your position, I'd like run out of my room, and then I would be even scarier because like your house is like full of like long hallways.
And no.
Yeah, my house is
Gabby, your house is
creepy at
made for a
night.
horror movie.
My house is
Dark.
really creepy at night. But like,
Yep. Gabby's address is.
She lives next to the rock, dude.
okay.
Oh, that's it.
That's it. Big time. She lives next to the.
All right. Well, my house is really creepy at night, but I'm used to it because I've lived here my whole life, and like nothing happens to me. Like, this is my house. But that was, I mean, I feel like it was a dream, and it felt so real that I woke up because that's happened to me too, where I'm like falling, and then I wake up. But that happens to everybody. Like,
It's very specific though. You know, somebody blowing in your ear.
yeah,
and then you
right?
wake up with that feeling.
Yeah, it's weird. Like,
Was it
Like,
stinky?
I'm thinking it's a dream as well. That's what happened to you, but it's very weird that's because normally, you know, it's falling or you get pushed into water or you die or something.
Well, I
Or
felt it.
Was there still people awake in your house? Or everyone was asleep?
I think this was around the time that my brother was living here. It was a while ago.
You know, maybe it was your brother.
Oh, I thought it was like recently.
It might have been. It might have been my brother.
Maybe it's
I
your
don't
brother and like he did that and then he immediately like ducked under your bed.
Like,
Like
love.
they're pranking the crap out of you.
He's like underneath your bed.
know. I don't know. There's always people in and out of this house, so
Yeah, I feel like
That's-
you told me
Address
one
to
time
this
like
house is what?
What?
The
yeah,
address to
you
this house?
you told us that your house was like casted for like a haunted house, but like
Oh no! Like somebody wanted to use our
No.
house for the show Bones,
oh
our
bones.
backyard.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Backyardigans?
they wanted to use our house for the show Bones.
Gabby, you could have been on Bones.
Yeah,
Yeah, but her dad didn't want to.
Wow.
because they would have had to dug up our backyard, and at that time we had just did the
Oh,
backyard.
hello.
It's Bones. Come on, guys.
I don't know.
You know how many
you
times
could have
we
met
run
Zoe
around-
Deschanel's sister.
You know how many times we
Wow.
run around that backyard?
She doesn't have her own name. It's her sister.
It's okay.
Yeah, I forgot her name.
I don't know.
Anybody else? James? Mike? Issa?
No, I don't have any.
I have
ghost
no.
stories.
I only have sleep paralysis. That's it.
Honestly, like anything that's happened, like
Dude.
I've like knocked it out with rationale or like logic.
Yeah, me too.
I've just had like creepy like things activate. Like
Stories that scare me the most is Marco's sleep paralysis.
Yeah,
Those are
Marco's
freaky.
sleep paralysis is nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Marco, tell the story with Issa.
Oh,
Tell the story
okay.
with Issa Montana, dude. That would have freaked me out.
That did freak me out. I was
So
I was
for-
afraid to sleep.
So for Christmas vacation, Gabby's parents went to their
Long
house
and
in
chill.
Montana. It was for Christmas, and it was like winter, and it was cold, so we stayed inside most of the time. It was a fun vacation.
It's scary, dude. This house is like
But yeah, the house is creepy
It's
as hell.
big and it's
yeah,
wooden and like
it's wooden. Yeah, it just looks really. It looks like a place that you'd set up like cabin in the woods.
the thing is, it's in the middle of nowhere and like it's quiet outside. We're used to the sound of cars and like hustle and bustle of the
city.
city.
It's a totally different world.
So when you're
I don't think any of us live
outside,
in the city, but okay.
well, you know what I mean. Like this is the middle
Yeah,
of
I know,
nowhere.
I
Not everybody
get
lives
you.
in the middle of nowhere.
Like there was just a police siren here in this podcast.
and like the
Like
only
there's sounds everywhere.
the only thing you hear is a blowing of the wind because it's in the dead middle of winter.
Okay.
All right, just I need to preface. It's a creepy house, and at night
Yeah, and we're sleeping on the
creepy
floor.
times 10.
We don't have
Yeah.
like a bed to ourselves. We're sleeping on a floor in
Yeah,
like
us-
cots.
In a library.
The three of us were sleeping in one room, and we all had a visual cot, and we were all sleeping on the floor. And I was sleeping on my side. I'm assuming. I think I must have been facing Issa because that was the direction I was.
Yeah,
looking.
Marco was in the middle. Gabby was in the right of Marco, and I was on the left.
Mm-hmm. And I remember opening my eyes and seeing a shadow figure looking down at Issa. Like it was on the foot of her bed, and it was looking down at Issa.
Fucking crazy.
It was so like, and I was in sleep paralysis. Obviously, I was in the stage where like I couldn't move my body because my body thinks it's asleep, but my eyes were awake. Like I saw it. It was distorted, but I saw it. Like I saw what was going on. It was creepy.
Now, was this like at night though, like or like?
It was middle of the night. I was asleep.
I know, but
How
so
would
you guys weren't like napping or anything. That was just like
No, it was the
legit
middle of the
sleeping.
night.
But then how would you sleep?
Yeah.
What
'Cause
light?
literally
Yeah,
all
was,
like
was there light then?
Huh?
Was
What
there
was-
light
what
in
was
the
the
room?
light source?
Well,
Yeah,
Gabby
light,
would
no.
sleep with the TV on.
Oh
So,
yeah, the TV.
yeah,
That's
there
even
was.
worse.
Yeah.
no,
Well,
it
not
was just TV static.
Not only
the
that, but
shadows
like
created by TVs are like the worst, dude.
the light of the outside, like it's bright outside because the stars, you can see
Yeah.
everything.
Oh,
It's
that's
just
another. Yeah, you're right. That's another thing.
No, but we had like curtains. We like put curtains.
no,
up,
the
so we
curtains were
wouldn't see outside.
never. The curtains were never. I slept near the door and I could hear the wind whistling, and I couldn't go to sleep because I could hear all of the weird sounds that I did not want to hear. So
I'm talking about light. I'm talking about light.
oh
Like there wasn't much light coming in
no
because we would have curtains.
Yeah, but not at nighttime. I remember waking up and looking outside because I slept near the door. And like because we
The
were
door, the screen door.
yeah, it was like a screen. We were in a library. Like it was the creepiest room of the house.
It was empty. It was empty. It was in an empty room.
Yeah.
Just with a TV and two chairs.
Two
Like
chairs,
two couch chairs.
Like scene straight out of American Horror Story.
Wait, none of you slept on the couch chairs?
We didn't have
No.
couch chairs. We had cots.
You You guys just said you had couch chairs.
It was like
No, we had cots.
it was like a not like the type. When I mean couch, I mean like the
Seats, right?
like the texture of a couch. Do you know what I mean?
Like they're leather.
Like they were leather.
seats.
Yeah,
This is
it
a
wasn't like a
study.
chair, like a plastic chair. It was like a nice seat chair.
Just
But it
imagine-
didn't. Yeah. Sorry. go ahead.
Imagine like a serial killer's house. Imagine where they like go, like their office. That's what this looked like.
Yeah, this house also had like a basement
Oh my
type
gosh.
downstairs with a wine cellar.
Yeah, that wine
It
cellar
was-
was the creepiest one.
It was still being built, so there's like rooms where it's just like concrete and wooden those things that kept the house up.
Yeah, it was just like drywall all around the bottom there.
Yeah.
So it was
Support
very
beams.
creepy.
Yeah, dude. But when I heard that,
It
I
was like
yo.
a ginormous cabin.
So after Marco got that vision of his, did he wake everybody up or what?
No.
It's in the morning.
Okay, that's good. Would you rather him tell you right there?
I would have
Yeah, I
rather
was
him
still- I
not
was
tell
still
me at all.
asleep, technically, James. It was sleep paralysis. You
Yeah, it's a
can't really
dream.
wake up.
I think it's a dream
Yeah.
because
I
sleep
mean,
paralysis is a dream.
yeah.
That's what I've been assuming
But
now.
every time I have sleep paralysis, I always see like figures, like humanoid figures.
I think that's everyone. Like that's like a common thing with sleep
No,
paralysis.
but see, like, when I get sleep paralysis, it's always when I'm like napping, never when I'm sleeping. Like if I'm napping, my brain's like technically like wanting to be awake, but
How long do you nap?
just for 20
7.
minutes.
7
Yeah,
hours.
but
Yo, I've never had sleep paralysis, but I can't imagine. I don't think I could deal with it. Like,
I don't think I would be able to have sleep paralysis because I like get scared awake. Like if I'm scared, I'm awake. I wake up.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like I've only had it twice, and so the first time I didn't see anything because I was too busy trying to figure out what the hell this was. So like for me, when I have sleep paralysis, it's like a constant me trying to like wake up. So I'm like opening my eyes, but then realizing my eyes aren't really open, and so it's like a never-ending loop.
Mhm.
And then the second time I realized I was having sleep paralysis, and so I kind of just like stopped trying to wake up, and like I looked around, and then that's when I saw, like I would see like this is when I was living alone, and so I looked to the door of the room that I was in, and I saw this figure in it. I saw a figure, and I thought to myself, "Oh, that's easily a demon." But
Okay.
my major concern
Oh,
is
but,
like I go, "That's
how do
easily
you
a demon,"
not-
but I'm okay because I'm wearing my cross.
Chris is like, take me now.
No, that's
jump
literally what I thought. I thought to myself,
awake
I was like, I don't need to do
scared.
anything because I have my cross on. And then I remembered. I go, wait a minute, I took my cross off, and then that's what woke me up. And I immediately went to my desk, put my cross on, and I went back to bed.
That's
I
what I'm
was like,
saying. Like, how would
straight.
you not get so fucking scared and wake the fuck up?
You
Like,
said the thing is,
I would
The,
jump
the,
up.
the sleep paralysis is scary as it itself. Like you're trying to wake up
It's
yourself.
it's
like,
scary
you're not-
enough that you like can't really
you're not.
move.
You don't wanna be in that
I think
situation.
this
You
only
don't wanna-
Obviously,
happens to
obviously,
people
I know.
who are like deep sleepers because I wake up like I can hear everything. I know if someone's in my room even when I'm asleep. Like I know what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh
Somebody
yeah, that's
comes
how I
into
used to
my
do it
room-
in school.
Well, yeah, I can't imagine what that's like. Like
No, I
can't. I know I have to know what's going on all the time, even when I'm asleep. Like, and I'm a
Alright,
light
Yeah.
sleeper.
That's pretty weird.
But then
Yeah,
again,
for me. Oh, it's okay.
where my room is positioned in this house, it's all the way at the end, so I can hear everything that's going on in the rest of the house. So like, I've lived in this house my whole life, so like I know how it is. Like I can hear who's in what room, cause my house is like very long, but the walls are not very thick. Like I can hear what's going on.
Yeah.
So like that's why y'all say my house is creepy, but to me it's not creepy. You know what I mean? I don't know.
No,
Your
your house
paper-
is creepy as hell.
That your paper.
Especially in the dark.
Your paper wall. That what's it called? Your paper thin walls reminded me of that story with your grandma.
Oh,
Oh, that's another story for another podcast.
That's a ghost story.
but it's a
What are you
ghost
talking about?
story.
All right, so I'll tell this one then. Last podcast. This is around the time where I think my kitchen was set on fire and we had to remodel.
I remember that.
We were living in my grandma's house for a bit. Grandma's house, my grandma and my grandpa. So mostly my grandpa like does the business side. So what their house is has a lot of rooms. And there's only 2 people living in that house. So they would rent out rooms to other people. But it would still be a part of the house. So it's just like one room that's locked and like nobody can get in. There's like a back door that they can come out of so they don't have to go through the house kind of thing. I would rent out these rooms to different people. So whatever. One day, this is when my brother was born as well. My brother was just born. It was nighttime, we were sleeping, and it was me, my mom, and I, and my grandma were all in one room, in her room, and then my grandpa was sleeping in the couch, because he sleeps in the couch. And then my dad was also sleeping on another couch. So, no, actually, my grandma was sleeping in my grandpa's, or somebody was sleeping somewhere else. My grandma was by herself. Sorry. So my dad wakes up. He hears like this noise. Arthritis. So she like screams out in pain sometimes. So he thought that my grandma was screaming out in pain in the middle of the night. So he goes to my mom and he's like, yo, your mom is screaming, dude. She's in serious pain. Like she's screaming. And they go and check on her and she's already awake. And my dad's like, what's wrong? And she's like, no, dude, I'm fine. It's the people in the room next door. They're having sex. So it was the people in the room, sex. And
your
my dad
grandma's
thought
just laying there listening.
it was the moans of my grandmother screaming out in pain. Yeah.
All she heard was clapping.
Hear the
That
single
was
clap.
Michael.
And my grandma was already awake listening to them. Like she was she didn't even get up or anything. She was just listening to them. She's already awake. Oh my god.
Yo, it's that midnight ASMR, you know. That's
It was
interesting
crazy, dude. And I
content.
didn't hear anything. I was fast asleep.
That was
Oh
a
my
scary
God.
story.
That was a ghost, dude.
Oh, that was good ghost stories.
Wait,
I
so
think-
you guys don't have any ghost stories, Mike?
No, I don't got any.
Nah.
James?
Well,
Real
I'm
ones.
depressed.
No, that's good. It's good. You don't want one.
I sort of have one. It's kind of creepy.
Oh, go ahead, Chris.
Do it.
So, I work in cleaning the operating room,
Oh my gosh.
and so a lot of my coworkers tell me when they came from other hospitals that a lot of people who work in the hospital believe that hospitals are haunted. So I was there late one night, and after we finish cleaning the room, we have to turn off all the machines. So one of the machines, when you turn it off, it just says goodbye in like a really loud female voice, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh my god.
So I finish cleaning the room, and I look at all the machines, and all the machines are off, and I'm like, oh, perfect. I turn off the lights, I'm leaving the room, and the doors are closing, and
What?
and
What?
I'm like,
What?
You
what?
came in and out.
hello?
That last
That
part.
last part.
Yo, that was creepy, dude.
My bad. My screen turned off, I guess. No, so yeah, I finished cleaning the room. The machines are all off already. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I turn off the light, and the doors are closing behind me, and then I hear the machine go, goodbye.
Oh, he was just saying goodbye to you.
And then I turned around.
No, it was the ghost, dude. The ghost was like, goodbye.
Yeah.
I always have this habit of like whenever that machine says goodbye, I always go, okay, goodbye. So I turn around, I go goodbye, and then I'm like, wait, I thought the machines were off. And then I just walked away. I was like, all right,
Chris,
I'm not
Chris
gonna
was
worry about
scared for a little bit, and he's like, "I got my cross." And then he walked
Oh my god. Oh my god.
it. Don't worry, guys. I'm wearing my cross. I'm fine. Jesus got my back.
I feel like the hospital is probably the big place where that always happens. But
Oh yeah, no. Like my coworkers would tell me all the time that it's like when they were doing the same thing, they would see like people, and they'd be like, "Oh, these people aren't supposed to be in the operating room." And then they would go into the operating room, and then the room is empty, and they're like, "Where did the people go?" And they were like, "Oh, never mind. It was just a ghost."
Never mind.
I feel
Yeah,
like
you
you
just
see so
shake it
many
off, you know?
things in a hospital that like that won't phase you.
But it's kind of like being there in that situation. Your mind kind of like puts that thought into your head that that could happen. Like the other day, I was there for 4th of July, and I was the only one there.
Oof.
I was the only person like on the pretty much like on the in my department. Like not in the whole floor because I'm on the same floor as the emergency department, but the emergency department is on the other side of the hospital.
Chris
So,
was
like,
the
Dude, do
only
you
doctor
imagine
there.
if Stranger Things happened to you right there in your shift?
Bro, when I was watching Stranger Things and I was in the hospital scene, I was like, damn, that's work.
That could be me.
That could have been
That
me.
could be me.
Who leaves those instruments out? What's wrong with this game? No.
Yeah. Well,
All right, so I guess.
I
is
can't
that
go
it?
to sleep now.
Oh, do we want to talk about Area 51?
Oh my goodness.
Hell yeah,
I
dude.
The dumbest.
We're gonna.
We're past an hour, guys.
We're fast now. I know.
We
I
can cut it
signed.
into 2 podcasts, dude.
All right, we'll talk about Area 51 next time.
Dude, let me just say, I thought it was weird that like I saw a meme blow up about my birthday. I was like, what the fuck is this?
It's Area 51. There.
Mike, for your birthday.
Dude, we're going to Nevada.
We're
We're heading out.
We're going to Nevada, Mike. We're going to Las Vegas.
Vegas first, then Area 51.
No, my favorite part about all these memes are like the battle plans.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite
It's
part
like-
is the.
It's like, all right, guys, we're gonna drop out. We're gonna drop out of the battle bus, and we're gonna send all the rednecks first. then we're gonna use the BTS and Taylor Swift fans as body shields.
They can take it.
And then we're gonna send. Then we're gonna get the cavalry of rednecks to come in. They can't take down all of us, guys. We can steal the aliens back.
I saw a meme for Area 51. It was like on the left. It was like the Area 51 defense is like high tech and all that stuff. On the right, it was like a Minecraft house with like redstone contraptions. That shit was so
Yo,
funny.
they're gonna like evacuate all the aliens when the
you
raid
see-
finally happens.
Gabby, did you see the one that I sent you with the Halo? What's it called? The bike, the Halo bike.
Yes,
Warhol?
yes, the ghost. Oh no, yeah, that's what they're called, I think, right? No, is it a
The
ghost?
big purple ones.
The
Yeah,
little
it's a ghost.
purple
It's a
ones.
ghost.
Oh, the little purple ones. Yeah, the ghosts. Yo.
I can't
You
wait to
actually read those.
I can't wait to steal my alien and my ghost.
I saw one. It was like on a Marvel page, and it was when Thanos is like almost killing Thor with Stormbreaker, and then he gets hit by Mjolnir, and then they put like name tags on it, and it was like Thanos is the Area 51 security. You are the person you are Thor, and then Mjolnir comes and hits the security off you, and then it reveals Captain America, and it's like your friend that clicked not that he was not gonna show up with, and then Mjolnir was alien technology stolen from Lab 48.
All right, guys.
It's
It's
time. I think it's time to end it.
982,000 people.
Yeah. To
Sign
see
that
them
petition.
aliens.
Are you kidding? Are you
Why?
kidding
Why
me?
are so why? All you're gonna find is technology, dude. There's
Yo,
nothing
bet
there.
everyone's
They can't
signing
kill
that
a million
petition,
of us.
but no one's gonna show up. Just like
No,
a couple people.
it says 982,000 users have signed and 840,000 are attending. Like they're gonna go.
Dude, they can't fit all those people there?
What is
What
happening?
is happening?
Like,
When
what?
is this
They
happening?
they can't fit all these people on a plane.
Dude, I'm pretty sure there's reports of like airlines having increased traffic like for September flights to
Wait,
Nevada.
when-
Mike's
is
actually
this
gonna try to
September?
fly somewhere, but he
It's
can't.
Mike's birthday.
Mike's going for his birthday.
Guys, we need to go now. We need to go for Mike's birthday.
I don't understand how anyone could sanction this. Like, how are they gonna let them in? They're gonna get shot at the door.
No, 1 million people are gonna die that day. That's what's gonna happen.
GTA. I feel like we're in GTA or some shit.
This
Like,
is the
what is going
highest,
on?
like the highest.
Yeah, that should
security.
be like an Easter egg in GTA.
Yeah, like
Like
go
a-
to Area 51.
The Americans are saying the terrorists don't have to worry; they'll just kill themselves. That's all they're saying.
No, they're gonna take under their underground. They have an underground thing, and they're gonna take all the aliens down there, and they're gonna get their facility ready for the public.
Dude, Elon Musk is gonna go with the flamethrower.
We gotta end it.
The Tesla tank, dog.
Yeah, that's
Just
true.
right through.
We're at a minute 25.
A
minute
minute.
25.
An hour.
I guess we have a lot more time to go.
We have 58 more minutes.
An hour. Oh my god. This is one. Okay, I didn't see the other numbers.
Let's give Gabby more work to censor.
Oh no, please.
My address.
Gabby's real name is
The N word.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Marco. Give us
Bye.
the outro.
Okay, end it.
Unless someone else wants to. Does someone else want to do the outro?
This has been the Magic Podcast with Marco, Issa, okay, James,
Chris, Mike, and Gabby.
and Chris, and me. Have a nice day, and
Follow our
know?
Patreon, our Twitter. Everything's gonna be in the description below. Goodbye, guys.
sweat.
Okay, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.